and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making the bodice of the skirt that I did in a previous video. It's my 1960s bodice tutorial, so let's just get straight into it. First, I cut out 3 rectangles of fabric, one slightly larger than the others. Then I took some interfacing, or it's not interfacing, it's just excess fabric, and cut out more rectangles. Fabric to the fabric lining along this edge, which I'm going to hem in order to make the edge that is going to meet up with the other edge of the front. So this is the front piece, and I'll do the exact same thing to the other piece. In order to make this rectangle into the front piece of the bodice, you are going to need to make a neck hole. So how I did that was measured my neck and how it would fit on me, and then I went ahead and cut out a little piece, and this is what it looks like. And on this side, I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing, but then it's like gotta be longer so that it can meet in the back. But you just cut it out, and then you can go ahead and hem that edge, and then you'll be good to go. This pin, it should look something like this. Then taking the back panel, you're going to want to sew a straight line across the back to make the neckline of the back piece. I went and put the 3 pieces together, good side to good side. So we have the 2 good sides, the 2 front sides on the bottom, and then the back on the front. So as you can see, it's laid out like that. I will be sewing it like this because this is the easiest way to do it, because the front panels are way too big. But I just wanted to give myself extra room. Of course, that does come with fitting, so do it however you would like. But anyway, I'm going to sew from the hole right in the front, the head hole, and then I'm just going to sew a diagonal line for the shoulder incline, all the way to the edge where the back piece meets the front. Now, leaving space for the armholes, which has got to be bigger than your actual arm. Then you're going to go ahead and sew straight down a line on both sides. Now we're going to make fake seams on the back to make it look like we worked harder, even though we didn't. Basically, you're just going to want to pinch it and then sew across that line. Now go ahead and hand sew about 3 inches on each front panel and then gather them up. Now, for the waistband, take a long strip of fabric and flip it inside out, then sew along the open edge. Then you will flip it inside out again, and you'll have a tube. Then you go ahead and hem the edges, pin and sew it on to the back of the bodice. Now you're going to take a large piece of fabric and cut out 2 large rectangles of fabric that will equal the size of your arms. Now take the rectangle and fold it inside out ways in half, then sew along that raw edge. This might look complex, but it's really not that hard. So you're going to take and you're going to go ahead and put your sleeve, or the tube you just made, right side out through the good side of the hole, the shirt hole. This is extra fabric I have, but then you're going to, this is really, you don't need all this, but I have extra just to make sure. But anyway, then you're going to pin it, but make sure you make a line so that you can kind of see where you're going, because I've done this multiple times. I pinned this, re-pinned this multiple times, and I put the sleeve over and then pinned it like that, but you can't really sew it like that, and it's just gonna look all wonky. But you just line it up with the seam of the outline, and then go ahead and kind of sew a circle. I mean, it's going to be like up and it's going to be flat all the way around, but it will if you turn it every once in a while. And that's why I put a bunch of pins, so that you have to stop every once in a while. And then you can go ahead and make a straight circle around it, and then you can flip your sleeve inside out, and it'll be inside out on this side and right side out on that side. So it should work. to make the sleeve cuff, you're going to take a rectangle of fabric and flip it and right it out. Then you're going to go ahead and hem the sides of it. This is what it should look like. Before you sew on your sleeve cuff, go ahead and sew a circle around the end of your sleeve, hand sew it by the way, and then pull it tight. Then go ahead and sew your sleeve cuff onto the sleeve and make sure it's overlapping so that whenever you put buttons on it, it overlaps. Now that we got the sleeve cuffs on, I'm going to go ahead and sew some hooks onto the waistband of the bodice. And also you can cut off this excess right here. I just haven't yet, but I will get to it. Thing I did not mention in the skirt video tutorial that I made is to put eyes on the waistband so that it can hook to the bodice. But if you haven't done that already, like I haven't, I would go ahead and do it now. And now the last thing you're going to want to do is sew on some buttons and buttonholes. I am going to make this side the inner side and this side the outer side, so that's why I put the buttons on here. I went ahead and pinned them on there so I wouldn't lose place of them, and you're also going to put 2 buttons on the sleeve cuff as well, on both of them. Okay everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please tell me in the comments down below if you'd like to see more videos like this, and bye!